everybody. Thank you for joining me again on another edition of this Faith Friday content we're doing for these book reviews. So here today, I want to introduce a book from one of my very, 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 very favorite preachers of all time. This man pastors the Shiloh Metropolitan Baptist Church in Jacksonville, Florida. Anybody that knows me knows that I love this dude. Like, his preaching is so filled with wisdom, yet it's simplified that anybody could understand it. And so one of the first books I got, I believe my wife got me this book for my birthday one year, and this book is called On Pastoring by H.B. Charles Jr. On Pastoring. So I actually got this book before I literally became a pastor. So this book has been helpful to me. And now, mind you, the other two books I've told you about, A.W. Tozer and the Voddie Baucham book last week, this book is an easy read. I flew through this book, and I go back to it and read it at different times because it has different things in there, especially for pastors, dealing with different people and dealing with different people's attitudes and how to prioritize your family and the church and getting your sermons and stuff correct, how to prioritize your time. This book talks about all of that. And like I said, it is an easy read. I've read this book over and over. And like I said, from time to time, I go back to this book and read different topics. Like, you can go through and look at the different topics of the book. And like, are you a healthy pastor? You can read the chapter on that. Are real pastors are godly? You can read a chapter on that. In Praise of Long Pastorates, there's a chapter on that. Leaving a godly legacy, ministering to an audience of one. How to one chapter is give Mark a minute, and in that chapter, I believe he's talking about how there was a young pastor who is coming up, and you kind of got to give him time to learn, give him time to adjust. He didn't get it right away. Sometimes he goes off a little bit, and you kind of be patient with him and reel him back in, and then he'll be useful to you later, as John Mark was in to Paul, where that was the reason Paul and Barnabas broke relationship. And then afterwards, you would see that Paul said, Mark is useful to me. So that's something that he teaches in his book. The leadership of the pastor, spiritual help for public ministry, praying and teaching behind the scenes, all of this stuff, how to deal with, people where you preach to them and they don't listen, or you having to preach to a stubborn congregation. All of that stuff is in this book. All of that stuff is in this book. Now, this book was published by Moody Publishers. It was published in 2016. Anyway, so I think this is definitely, if you have any friends who are pastors, if you have any friends who are youth pastors or youth leaders or choir directors, because they got to deal with this stuff too. Sunday school teachers, they all got to deal with this kind of stuff too. So it's not just for preachers, but it's for all people who are in any type of leadership in the church. And even lay members can use this stuff. Just regular congregation members can use the information and the wisdom that is in this book to better deal with people in their church, have better relationships with people in their church. So I think this book is, again, a good read and a should read. So you should have this book. I believe you should, and I believe you will enjoy this book. You will read through it in no time. This is amazing. So get this book. This is it.